Coming up on Fulton today, election officials prepare for next month's runoff and reflect on the primary. What, if anything, will they change? And seniors get ready to go to college for free. Details of the Georgia State Partnership is just ahead. Fulton Today is next.
From the Government Center in downtown Atlanta, you're watching Fulton Today with Shania Chavis.
Welcome to Fulton Today, everybody. I'm Shania Chavis. We'll have those stories in just a moment. But first, the Board of Registration and Elections certifies the results of the primary just as they prepare for the runoff in July and the general election in November. So just how did things go on May 20th? Rick Barron is the director of the Registration and Elections Department. Rick, welcome back to Fulton Today.
Hello, Shania. It's good to see you.
So you've had a few weeks to reflect on the primary. How do you think things went?
The elections went smooth from early voting all the way through Election Day and to the tabulation on election night. We are very happy. My staff did an amazing job.
And Rick, talk about what you all added for this primary as well.
We used the Emergency Operations Center for the first time, and we're really happy with how that contributed to the success of the election. The expansion of early voting was a success. We doubled the number of early voters over 2010, and we're looking forward to continuing that progress in the coming years.
Well, Rick, as we see, you had a few media briefings to update the public on any issues and any last-minute reminders. Considering all things, what do you plan to change moving forward?
We're going to look back at everything that happened during this election and study what we can do differently. I think one of the main things is just making sure that we educate the voters and make sure the poll workers are trained and supported in the same way they were this election. There are always things that we can do better, but we do need to do a post-election analysis.
All right, Rick Barron, Director of the Department of Registration and Elections, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for having me.
Now, if you need details about the elections or the July runoff, visit the elections website at fultonelections.com. Fulton County Police report a major decrease in crime along a very popular South Fulton corridor. The significant drop follows the massive campaign aimed at turning Old National Highway into a good thing. FGTV's Priscilla Ortega has our story. Priscilla, what's going on?
Well, Shania, the streets are safer here along Old National Highway, and it's because Fulton County Police increased their presence. They're also focusing more on outreach programs involving children. Police, fire, code enforcement, and the health department are teaming up.
The police department has increased its presence on Old National Highway, especially in the evening hours when most crimes occur. Code enforcement is going up and down Old National Highway enforcing code. And
that has helped crime drop significantly.
The first 6 weeks of the operation, from April through the first 2 weeks of May, we've seen a 35% drop in Part 1 crimes. Part 1 crimes are murder, rape, armed robbery, aggravated assault, motor vehicle theft, and theft. And we're very pleased to have seen such a dramatic decrease in crime.
You know, it's just overall a wonderful thing that the crime rate is dropping. The police presence is, more visible for the shoppers and the residents.
It's always good when we got dropping the crime rate, and we definitely need protection of the police. I think it's wonderful.
The increased patrols are planned and strategic.
Our crime analyst shows our commanders what areas have the highest amount of crime.
Some high-profile drug busts at the Hood Mart on Old National Highway and a facility on Wendell Drive have also helped make streets safer.
We feel that those two raids have made a significant decrease in crime, not just in Old National Highway, but in Fulton County unincorporated as a whole.
Police are also focusing their outreach to children by doing several community events and attending block parties and neighborhood watch programs. Police say the community can also help do their part to help continue to make streets safer. One thing police say they can't stress enough is if you see something suspicious, say something. So if you notice a suspicious driver going up and down a neighborhood, call police so they can check it out. Reporting along Old National Highway, I'm Priscilla Ortega for FGTV.
Thank you very much, Priscilla. Meanwhile, a dedicated group interested in public safety graduates from the Sheriff's Department's Citizens Academy. The 2014 class completed all of their coursework and assignments. The students graduated from the program armed with more information about the sheriff's operation and safety procedures.
I would recommend it to family, friends, and those that I know because it will expose them to the Fulton County Sheriff's Department and what it has to offer. They will be educated on some of the laws that accompany the Fulton County Sheriff.
This is a very good outreach program, and it's good for the Sheriff's Department because once you understand the way they operate, you can put that information out in the community.
The 6-week academy program started at the training center with a lesson in CPR. During the course, the group also visited the Fulton County Jail. Fulton County Citizens University students see and hear firsthand what it's like to be a firefighter. The group had class with the Fulton County Fire Department. Following the presentation on the organization, students got up close with the arsenal of equipment and vehicles.
My favorite part, again, is touring the fire truck, the hazmat truck, which is behind me. And wow, I'm just still blown away by the cost of much of the equipment that they have to have on standby, have available for emergency responses.
Well, I learned a lot about the fire department. Their engines are quite very good, and they have a lot of trainings for their personnel.
The students took a tour of Fire Station 11 and, of course, took part in the fire gear demonstration. Fulton seniors who are ready to head back to class can enroll in college and get tuition for free. The campus of Georgia State University is offering the free classes to seniors 62 years and older. People at the Benson Senior Facility heard details about the program and are excited to get started.
I am interested in keeping my mind alert. I love being in a classroom setting. Couldn't do it as a young person, only doing it as an adult.
There's so many opportunities here, and to intermingle with people of a different age, I don't know, it adds to you, to your life, and you add to theirs as well.
Now, some classes do require you to pay for lab fees and textbooks. For more information on the program, contact Georgia State at 404-413-2000 and ask about the GSU 62 program. And when we come back, seniors enjoy a day in the garden. We'll take you to the party in our district-by-district coverage next.
You're watching Fulton Today.
A South Fulton community gets the latest information on the Tomorrow World concert that's heading their way, and old school gardeners have a new school way of playing in the dirt. Here's this week's district-by-district coverage. District 3 residents get ready for their brand new library. Commissioner Liz Hausman and other community and government leaders officially broke ground on the Milton branch. The new library will spread over 25,000 square feet once completed.
I think it'll fit in well with the community. We're able to save a lot of the trees on the property. We saved an original structure on the property that the Friends group will use. So we're really trying to keep some of the heritage but bring a state-of-the-art library to the city.
North Fulton Library patrons will have an array of programs at the new branch to enjoy. The new library branch will be located at 855 Mayfield Road in Milton. The grand opening is expected in the second quarter of 2015. District 5 seniors danced the day away as they wrapped up a fun-filled Older Americans Month of activities. The participants at the Harriet G. Darnell Senior Multipurpose Facility took part in what they call the Line Dance Jamboree. Seniors got in step, in unison, and danced to the high-energy music.
I love line dancing because it's the best exercise in the world. I have arthritis in my knees, and it keeps me moving, and I never think about exercising as long as I'm not. I don't even think about my knees hurting when I'm dancing.
It's absolutely marvelous that all of the seniors are so involved in it. And of course, they say if you don't use it, you lose it. And with them doing all their dancing and they get out and work their body, it's marvelous. I mean, you have them 80 and 90 years old out here dancing, and it is absolutely wonderful.
The Line Dance Jamboree was just one of many events held in observance of Older Americans Month. Fulton County has one of the largest senior services division in the state of Georgia. For more information, contact the Office of Aging's Star Line. In District 6, seniors from centers all across Atlanta and Fulton County enjoyed a Celebrating Seniors garden party. The garden party featured lunch, games, healthy cooking demonstrations, and tours of Wheat Street Gardens, a beautiful network of flower and vegetable gardens. The party was hosted by Open Hand and Truly Living Well and supported by Fulton County District 6 Commissioner Joan Garner.
It's great to have the seniors out here. The community garden is tremendous. It is actually an urban farm. The seniors will have lunch that comes straight out of the garden, and there are seniors that represent all communities across Fulton County.
I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed all the speakers and especially the meal. I really enjoyed it. I do like to eat vegetables, but I have eaten raw vegetables, but I found a new way and a different way of preparing things.
Open Hand provides congregate and home-delivered meals along with nutrition education to Fulton County seniors through the Housing and Human Services Department's Office of Aging. And finally, in District 7, the Cedar Grove Community Association hosts an information meeting on the international concert that'll happen in their backyard this fall. Residents came out to hear how Tomorrow World 2014 will impact their South Fulton neighborhood when it begins in September. Last fall, over 100,000 concert goers packed the 500 acres for the multi-day event.
The whole neighborhood has been so welcoming. People all over the county and the neighborhood recognize us and say, when are they coming back? And local businesses have done very well, and so we have felt very welcome by the community, which is great, so we're very happy to come back.
Tomorrow World 2014 is expected to have an economic impact of over $85 million. To get more information, visit tomorrowworld.com. Now you can catch more of your commissioners at work all this week with a rebroadcast of the Board of Commissioners meeting right here on FGTV. And when we come back, find out why these Fulton employees shed pounds for the public. Stay with us.
You're watching Fulton Today.
Well, it's that time of year when mosquitoes start attacking. They are not only a nuisance, but they can also transmit diseases to you and your pets. FGTV's Lynn Vaughn has our story now on what the county is doing to combat this health threat.
You swat and slap them, but mosquitoes just keep biting. So to help, Environmental Health Services is larviciding.
Once you put this in the water and it dissolves, it works immediately. It's going to kill the mosquito growth right then. You won't see mosquitoes in the area.
Larviciding is a tried and true means of preventing mosquito infestation that's approved by the Environmental Protection Agency. The pellets are put in stagnant water to kill the mosquitoes' eggs.
Well, we do this a couple of times out of the year, mostly during the warm months. When it starts to get warm, that's when mosquitoes have a tendency to come out and try and breed.
Environmental Health Services records each location where the pellets are used so they don't overtreat a particular area. This time, they focused on Welcome All Park in South Fulton, where storm drains are just feet away from basketball players and kids in the park.
You want to definitely rid the area of mosquitoes because with the West Nile virus, it affects a lot of the elderly people and the young infants. And being in an area like this here at a park, you're definitely going to get elderly people and people bringing their kids out. So you want to, make it as safe as them as possible.
If you're worried about mosquito infestation, make sure there's no stagnant water around your home. Mosquitoes can breed in as little as the amount of water that fits in a bottle cap. For help treating your neighborhood, call 404-613-1303. Reporting for FGTV, I'm Lynn Vaughn.
Seniors learned valuable information on how to protect themselves and their money. A group at the Helena's Mill Senior Multipurpose Facility got advice from the Housing and Human Services professionals. During lunch, the seniors found out how to prevent injury and manage their prescriptions.
A great resource is a pharmacist that you'll see at a community drugstore. Before they pick up an over-counter med, they can go up to the counter and ask the pharmacist, is this okay for them to take with their other prescription medications or even with other over-the-counter medications?
The event also taught seniors what new tricks scammers are using and how to protect their identity. Lose weight and be more productive. That is the whole idea behind one of Fulton's most popular health programs. The Healthiest Loser competition measures how much weight employees lose during a set time period. Those in the competition had a final weigh out to find out who will win the cash prizes. But for many, the real prize is feeling better about themselves.
The less weight that I have, or the less weight that I have on me, I feel better. I can move around. I don't feel as tired. I have a lot of work to do, so if I'm feeling tired, I'm not going to get that work done. So
Blue Cross Blue Shield sponsors the program. The county pushes employees to stay active and healthy to keep insurance costs down so more money can be allocated for county services. And still to come, the ever-popular summer reading program kicks off. We'll tell you how you can get your kids involved when we return.
You're watching Fulton Today.
Well, school is out for the summer, but that doesn't mean that your child's education has to take a break. This summer, the library system is pushing its Fizz, Boom, Read program. Young readers will explore all things related to science. There will be a number of experiments, games, and even magicians at the branches.
I would learn how to make a volcano, first of all. That would be a good thing to do at the science fair.
Children of all ages are encouraged to participate. Even young ones that are just starting to learn to read can learn about science with picture books.
It's been proven that if they continue to read over the summer, during their summer break, when they go back to school, they'll keep them at reading level or improve their reading level when they return back to school. So we want all of the youngsters and teens and also adults in Fulton County to go out and read this summer.
The Fizz Boom Read program runs until August 1st. Sign-up forms are available at every branch and online at afbls.org. Do you know what a macroinvertebrate is? Well, children learned all about them thanks to the county's water resources team. Staffers from the department visited the summer camp at the Cochran Mill Nature Center. The team showed the children how to make arts and crafts in the shape of macroinvertebrates. The kids learned that macroinvertebrates are small animals that have no backbone and live in streams, rivers, and other water sources.
They're learning about aquatic insects and metamorphosis and habitat and camouflage and protection.
The Department of Water Resources will have similar events this summer. The goal is to teach children about the importance of water conservation. And before we go, our reminder that we'd like to hear from you about the stories and programs right here on FGTV. Go to our website to take a survey. You can also email or call us. The number 404-612-8317. The email address is fgtv.feedback@fultoncountyga.gov. You can also follow us on twitter.com/FGTV, find us on Facebook, and watch us on YouTube. Well, that does it for this edition of Fulton Today. I'm Shania Chavis. Thank you for joining us. Join us each week for news around and about Fulton County.